You've often heard me talk about deep learning education. Deep learning education is and will always be the pinnacle of learning and growth. Deep learning education is about, firstly, finding that ecstatic desire. The ecstatic desire is that thing in your head where you really want something, you're really chasing something, you can't stop thinking about it, and every time you do think about it, you become full of joyfulness, full of happiness. And that moment of being in that ecstatic desire, when you're chasing something, that moment, that feeling of being in that joyfulness, that is when the brain is at its best. That is when the brain is at its most creative. That is when the brain is doing all these actions and activities to grow and develop into the best version that you can ever be. Because it's not about memorization. Deep learning is about an adventure. It's meant to be joyful. It's meant to be life. And the problem with the current education system, and the problem with the education of the last 70, 80 years, is that most people came out of that system feeling depressed, hating education, not feeling confident. Many people had a very bad experience with the system because it was all about memorization. It was all about whoever had the best memory got the best result. Whoever had the best memory got to go into university. And it was built around a flawed grading system that never worked. It was flawed. And if you didn't have certain skills of memorizing, you were basically disadvantaged and you lost out. And so deep learning education is something that was not taught at schools. It's something that was not pushed at schools, where you've got 25 different students and each 25 different have different ecstatic desires, and each of them following their dreams, following their passions, solving problems towards their ecstatic desire, and in that process reflecting, making mistakes and closing those gaps and growing and developing. Because when you've got your ecstatic desire, every day's a joy. Every day's a chase. You're chasing something you really want. And in that process, your brain can't stop thinking about it. The deep learning way is the only way. Parents need to take control of their kids' education. Adults right now need to take control of their own education, but don't know how to do it because no one's ever shown, no one's ever taught them the deep learning way. And many people die undervaluing themselves and overestimating others. That period is over. Parents are worried about the schools not having the best teachers for their kids. Parents worried about the schools not giving the values that they want for their kids. Well, that now is over. That game is finished. Stay tuned.